He is a country music legend who is not afraid to speak his mind about anything, let alone President Obama. Charlie Daniels recently told America it's time to lock and load. The article, the subject, drew a lot of attention on Newsmax.com. Charlie Daniels is here with us now on the phone. It's great to have you with us, sir.
Thank you. Good to be with you, partner.
That's always good to talk to you. Now, before we get into the post you made, I want to talk about something that's going on today because it ties in here. A group of bikers plan to hold a rally today outside an Islamic center in Phoenix, Arizona. At that event, they are going to have a Draw Muhammad contest, similar to the one you wrote about in Garland, Texas. Is this a good idea?
Well, good, bad, or indifferent, they got a right to do it. So I probably wouldn't do it, but you know that's entirely up to them. It sounds like provocation, but that's, you know, how many times do we get provoked? How many times are we provoked about the Muslims that got on an airplane here a while back and started holding prayer services just trying to make people, make people nervous? It's not a one-way street, so if they want to do it, that's their right as Americans.
All right, going back to that article that we wrote for Newsmax.com, quoting here, Muslims, Daniels writes, live in a perpetual state of provocation, and it's not incident but opportunity that sets them off, and the more solace they can get from the kill the messenger crowd and the president who can't even bring himself to call them radical Islamic terrorists, the bolder they will become. What do you say to those who consider these kinds of events provocation?
I say that's their right to consider what they want to. This is America. This is land of the free and the home of the brave, where you say what you want to and there's consequences. So, if they want to do it, they can do it. As we're always being reminded by the same people who are complaining about this being provocation, free speech is free speech. Whether you like it or whether you don't, it's there. So if that's what they choose to do, they can do it. We can't, it's not my place to stop them.
When you cite Muslims, though, you're not talking about all Muslims, though. You're being specific about.
Of course not.
Right.
Of course not. I usually try to preface my statements with radical Muslims, and they do exist, whether our president wants to say so or not. I think it's a grave mistake of his not to come out. I think he hurts the confidence of the people of the United States not to come out and say who these people are. What would it hurt? I mean, why does the truth hurt? Why can't you come out and say it? Radical Islamic terrorists. It's not that hard to say, and it's an absolute out-and-out truth, and yet the leader of the free world absolutely refuses to do that. I think it's a weakness. I think it's, I don't know if it's his Muslim part of it that was part of his upbringing. I have no idea, but I do know that in my book, at least, that whose side are you on here? Are you? He has no problem with all the names for the other people. He has no problem with.
When you say other people, who are you talking about?
Well, political foes, like
okay.
That sort of thing. But he can't bring himself to say that for some reason. I think it's a weakness. I think it's something that he needs to deal with and he needs to do, and I think it would instill a lot more confidence.
Do you think if he chose to take that type of tack and use those types of words, it could, I don't know, prevent or not emboldening these guys like the ones who attacked the event down in Garland, Texas?
Let's identify, at the same time that you identify the bad ones, you identify the good ones. You say that, we're talking about the people that, the radicals that are causing the problems. We're not talking about the main. When you say Westboro Baptist Church, does anybody think you're talking about the Southern Baptist Convention? No, they don't.
No,
they got better sense than that. So when you say radical Islamic terrorists, does that mean you're talking about all Islamic people? No, it does not. In fact, you are separating the good guys from the bad guys. So, come out and say it.
Well, Charlie, when we posted the story, which based on your blog post from your website, I mean, the traffic went crazy. Why do you think your message resonated with so many people?
There's a lot of people that are very frustrated out here. They're frustrated with the president. They're frustrated with what's going on, the growing ISIS problem. They're frustrated with the falling prestige of America. They're frustrated with a dearth of leadership in this country on all levels. Look at what happened in Baltimore. I mean, just look what look at the mess that's going on up there that is not going to be cleaned up until it's a change of administration. Because the police up there are never going to trust that administration.
Yeah, we're hearing about a record number of murders just this month, and
absolutely,
that's a topic for another day. Charlie, I want to give you a second, though, before we go away. I know you're going to be out on tour this summer. Where can folks go to get more information about that?
CharlieDaniels.com, same place you read that soapbox.
All right, CharlieDaniels.com. We appreciate you speaking your mind, Charlie. Even though folks might not agree with you, it's always good to get more of this conversation out there because we need to talk about it, as you mentioned. Charlie Daniels, huge thrill to talk to you, sir. Have a great day.
My pleasure. Thank you.
All right. You can catch Charlie Daniels several times throughout the day here on Newsmax TV for more of his take on this issue. Coming back, we got much more to come. Please do stick around. We're going to take a look at your global headlines and more right after this.